Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Stardew Valley here on the Game Professor channel. I'm your host, the Game Professor, and let's jump right in and see what our weather is. We have a sunny day tomorrow, and our luck, good humor, excellent, always good, and it is a Wednesday, so we have a Queen of Sauce rerun. So what do we have? Radish salad, which we already know how to make, but we have some good luck today, so might as well take advantage of that to do a little bit of mining. Yep, come on. There we go. See what we can do, and I think I might not go for the continued deep dive right now. I might actually just see what we can do in terms of copper and iron. Actually, we're doing okay on coal, but yeah, copper and iron definitely bit on the struggle bus for, so let's try to do what we can to get as much of that as possible. Take advantage of this good luck day to replenish our stores, as it were. So, let's start with copper, so I'm actually just gonna go right here, and we're not really going to focus on anything other than the big rocks, finding ladders, and getting copper. We'll do this for about half a day, then we'll switch to iron, and hopefully we'll get a pretty good stockpile with that. So now, time to focus on the ladder. Ooh, earth crystal, always good, if it'll let me pick it up. There, ooh. Nice start with that. Want to be sure we don't miss anything, though. Ooh, I love the obsidian edge. It's not the best, it's far from the best sword in the game, but it really does. Oh, it's the flower dance today. Oh, I forgot about that. Well, we have until 2 for that, so I should be able to get a couple hours with this at least, and my energy level doesn't matter. So I think what we'll do, we'll go until noon, just to be absolutely certain I have enough time to run down to west of Marnie's ranch. And, whoops, there we go. Come on, there we go. Get this. We'll get something at least. I knew this would be too good to be true. But because I'm actually doing a little bit of something with the day, we should... Actually, no, you know what? I'm going to stay until 1:30, because I don't actually have to run down to Marnie's ranch. Or to west of Marnie's ranch. I just have to go down below the farm. I just have to go down to Cindersap Forest. Alright, yeah. I'll go until 1. Hopefully we can get 5 more copper or so. Because ultimately we will need plenty of copper. Ah, come on. Alright. Get another earth crystal. Get another single piece of copper. My goodness. We are up to 15, though. Which is literally what I just said would be an okay place to stop at. So, not the end of the world. Let's see if I can get at least one more floor, though. Come on. I still will probably go 3 days with this episode just because of the flower dance kind of throwing things off. Alright. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't really care about you, Dougie. Oh, there's our ladder. It is 1. So yeah, one more floor. Just to see if there's anything really obvious. Got one note at least. Oops. Perfect. That is actually exactly what I wanted. Alright, and we are sprinting. This, oh, nope. Oh, what a time for a misclick. This might actually be cutting it too close. It just might. We'll see. We'll see. This is when I need a speed boost. No, no, no. I'm a fail. I fail. Well, nuts. Well, in that case, since I'm here, hi Chester. I guess we'll do this for now. Clear out debris. Oops. And I can at least clear this up so that we can start getting more stuff in our little mini quarry here. Ultimately, not a terrible thing. Shoot. That's the first time I've ever missed a festival. Ever. In any playthrough. I always go to the festivals. I mean, granted, I didn't have enough friendship built up with anybody to actually dance with them. Which, I mean, there's really only 2 people you can get friendship high enough with. And neither of them are ones that I would generally choose to romance. I have considered Shane before, because I find him to be an interesting character. He definitely provides a lot of really, really good commentary on mental health. But Penny is bae. Penny is bae for me. There's no getting around that. So that is still going to be the plan for this playthrough, is going with Penny. I might try to get a few more single people up higher in hearts so that we can see more of their heart events, but I'm not going to, like, for anybody who knows the game, cause the cutscene, either cutscene where if you're dating all of the villagers of one gender, that you end up getting confronted by them all. I've never gotten either of those cutscenes, but I don't really care to get them. Just not my style. Insofar as I don't really enjoy the upsetting element of the cutscene. That is not to say that I am anti-open relationships or anything like that. If that is what's right for you, that's what's right for you. I am not here to judge anybody. Everybody's different. Everyone has different relationship needs and desires. Nothing wrong with that. Well, this randomly got very deep. And it all started with the fact that I missed the flower dance. The things that you can come across while playing Stardew Valley. Let's see. I think we'll just go to bed for now. Still kind of speed up this day a bit for us. That actually might have been shorter than the day would have been with the flower dance, honestly. But this way, we know for sure. Alright, got my copper axe ready so I can do some more clearing of wood. Breezy, always good. Do we have good luck? Bad luck, okay. So, probably a good day to continue working on setting up the upper left quadrant, and possibly even a little bit of work on the lower right quadrant as well. But here's our living off the land. Fruit trees. They take an entire season to grow, so plan ahead. If an area directly surrounding your new tree isn't clear, it will interfere with the growth. Once your fruit tree is mature, it'll produce delicious fruit for you every day while in season. Better start saving up. And I don't even think we have enough money for a single fruit tree, so definitely not getting anything soon on that front. This is why if you were to do a challenge playthrough to complete the community center in one season, or in 1 year, rather, you usually go for the fruit bats in the cave rather than the mushrooms. And maybe one day I'll do one of those challenge playthroughs. They're not really my style overall, though. I admire people that can do them, but just not for me overall. Oh, I just realized. I think I can knock down some boulders now. Up to 4 strawberries. So nice. And if I do remember correctly, I do now have mushrooms in here. Yay! Alright. Nice little haul there. And I will save all of those, because for now, we can use them all. Definitely a good start there on the mushrooms. But I can finally break down these. Ah, so nice. So satisfying. And I will be able to get these stumps with the copper axe now, as soon as I pick that up. And at this point, everybody, we had a microphone malfunction, so now you're getting some post-commentary, Game Professor. Sorry about that. I really don't like doing post-commentary, but in this case, I figured it's better than nothing. And basically, the rest of this episode, we're really just gonna be continuing to focus on this bit of clearing that we're doing. If I remember correctly. This is part of why I think post-commentary isn't great, because you have to try to remember what you're doing and comment on it. But, it'll still be some good fun for us, because that's what we like to do. And getting some more forageables for good measure, and then off to the mines. Or no, not the mines. We're picking up the axe. That's right. So yeah, this is the big thing where, yes, this is definitely a cleanup day. Forgive me. And this is a nice, significant moment here in terms of cleanup process, because being able to start getting the large stumps out of the way, they actually, by being that 2x2, so 4 squares shape, that really does get in the way quite significantly. So I'm very glad to be at that point in our playthrough there. So just quickly double checking all of the stuff here, deciding on some crafting, I think there. Don't know, what are we crafting? I don't remember now. Ah, recycling machine, yes. The recycling machine, definitely a big step here. This is why you have to really keep everything that you fish up, even the trash as it were, because this actually becomes one of the big ways that this game effectively commentates on environmentalism, because it is giving you a way for even the trash to be useful. And definitely a big deal. Definitely a really important element to consider, because by being able to recycle things, by being able to find a new use for something, really all you're doing is extending the life of it. So for recycling to be, depending on the player, such an intrinsic part of resources, potentially, really awesome way to really maximize productivity in the game. I love it. I absolutely love it. But now we'll really be able to start getting everything sorted in terms of our trees over here in this upper left quadrant. I know I've mentioned it before, but I really, really do love the Four Corners farm for its ability to just simplify organization. I love the amount of growing space that you get on the standard farm, or even the wilderness farm for that matter, because I think with the wilderness farm you get the same amount of growing space. You just get that added element of getting to fight monsters on the farm. But here with the Four Corners, I think truly I haven't looked at the numbers, but I imagine that the amount of potential growing space there is around the same as the standard farm. But you get this nice way of sectioning everything off, and even here, like, I'm fixing the placement of everything right now so that I know that I have everything positioned the way that I want it to be. But we're low on energy, so gonna get some more. I think we're going for some trees to possibly go after for this. Yep, that's what we're doing. Going after those maple. No, that's the oak tree. So we're going after acorns. No, that is the maple tree. So easy to get them mixed up. Getting a nice field snack to keep us energized. And gonna get more trees over here. This is purely going for seeds at this point. And there's the exhaustion again. Luckily, can still get a couple field snacks. And I don't particularly like this method. I really was trying to save seeds as much as possible, but we haven't quite had as much progress in terms of some things with this farm the way that I usually like to have things progress. I usually would like to have the first house upgrade done by now, and I haven't been as money focused this time around, which is weird for me. As I've said multiple times, I usually will fish on any day that isn't a good or excellent luck day. And what that does is it gets me a lot of money very quickly because I just am going straight for the money from the lake fishing, because you get a lot of money from lake fishing, and I just haven't been fishing as much. And it is the reasoning obviously is that I don't want to bore you guys, but it is a very significant part of money making in the early seasons, I find. But just some nice farm cleanup, keep things interesting in that sense. We're probably not going to be able to do as big a farm for the first summer. Certainly not as big as I usually try to get to at this stage, but still gonna have a reasonably sized farm for that, which is definitely a big deal. I ultimately keep that right hand side as my farming side with my my sheds. Yes, that is the name for that building, the sheds, to have all of my crafting stuff in there. And definitely taking some advantage of the mushrooms that we got, because, oh boy, those mushrooms, good energy. And now, I believe I am going for more oak and maple trees at this point. I generally don't have a lot of trouble getting acorns, because there are so many pine trees, pine cones. I don't have trouble getting pine cones. Acorns, yes, acorns can be problematic, but overall there are a lot more pine trees. So pine cones, not a big issue. Acorns and maple seeds, they can be a little troubling to get large quantities of. And I will also say, this is usually not something I do at this stage in the game. I usually save the large wood harvests out in Cindersap Forest for probably really starting in autumn, first year maybe, sometimes not even until winter first year, though that's usually a big mistake when I do that, because they don't grow back in winter. I have experienced that far too many times and never learned the lesson properly. But the nice thing this does is it gets you a lot of wood for the harvesting, or for the crafting that you need to do, whether it be for your machines, whether it be for the house, whether it be for buildings. it really is huge getting the wood as quickly as possible, and these large harvests out in the world are great for that. But it is a big jump here. Just getting lots of wood. I was specifically also looking for seeds, but as we can see, not having a ton of luck on that. But now that things are getting cleared up more properly in the upper left quadrant, we'll definitely be able to do a bit more of the proper planning and stuff that I want to do, and actually start getting stuff growing there. Because next big thing that we need are tappers and the oak resin, pine tar, and maple syrup that we need for various crafting recipes. The big one being the oak resin. The oak resin is a huge part of making kegs, and really, kegs are my big money maker on my farms. I go for the hops in the summer, eventually go for starfruit in the summer, blueberries, strawberries, great for that, cranberries, less so on the cranberries, but they still can make good money. But yeah, just gonna get some stuff growing now. Take nice advantage of the space we have, and that's where I realize that I have something funky with my spacing, and I will make an adjustment, because that's what I do. I am a perfectionist with this, and I want things to be organized a certain way. So we're going to remove that column of path there, just because it'll simplify things and make spacing of everything better. Because I like having everything nice and organized like that. So one more seed down, or no, we're just getting all that path down there. And we're getting close to bedtime. I think I'm just gonna... Nope, we're gonna get that next row done as well. But there's our first notification of sleepiness. There we go. Then get a path. So there's our little pine tree section. And then we'll be able to start going for the next group of seeds. Get our maple seeds there. Even as I'm watching this back, it's very serious and very... It requires a lot of concentration, even as I'm just watching here. But we'll get that, and then our oak trees. That's not what I wanted. It's okay. But now it is actually bedtime, because it's getting a little too late. Get another CD going there, just for good measure. And gonna get some copper smelting overnight. And there we go. Off to bed. And at that gets us to the start of the next day. But I will call that the end of this episode. Thank you all for watching. I apologize for the change in setup here at the end with me going to post commentary. I don't like doing that, but I prefer actually having some form of commentary, and I'm far enough in beyond this in the game at this point that I can't do any kind of go back and play it again. So thank you for watching. Thank you for enduring this little bit of post commentary, and I will see you all next time. Be sure to hit those links down below for the Facebook page, the Discord, and the website. That's where the conversation is happening, and I want people to be a part of the conversation. So follow those links. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so you always know when I have new videos coming out, and I will see you next time. Thank you everybody for watching. This is your Game Professor, signing off.